grumpier of the grumpy old men. But hey, somebody's got to have the title. Eric, I
take-
hear you're swimming. I see you're paddling and got duck feet going on over there.
Yeah, man. I walked down here because I never come in the basement. That's the only reason I come in the basement. There's water all over the floor. I guess my furnace is a stuck tube or clogged tube or something. I don't know. I got to go in there and figure it out. The idiots here, like I said, they not hardwired because it's a tube. They put the tube in the cement, like they cemented it in. It's a copper pipe into the cement, into the main drain line, into the sewer line. So like it doesn't, it doesn't need to be like, you don't have to like that hose at the drain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, mine's PVC. So.
Right. I don't know. I don't ever come down here, like I said, but all right. Well, let's get to it. Let's see how we did on our football picks. They're behind me, but for this week, I got a form here, an Excel spreadsheet.
We're getting a little sophisticated. We're moving up in the world.
That's right. That's right. Before you know it, I'm going to have an actual studio of some sorts. All right, here we go. Let's see. Hold on.
Hey, let's see how we did.
All right. So we started out brand new because we got real money on the line this time.
Yes.
All right, we started out with $1,000. So let's see, Tim.
Let's see what Eric did. So Eric, what did you do?
Penn covered, right?
Yep.
Dallas covered.
No, they didn't.
Dallas did not cover?
No.
What did they win by? 5 or 6?
7 or 6. Hold on a minute, but let me be sure. What was Dallas? Who Dallas play?
They played the Jets. No, they beat up on the Jets.
No, they played.
They played the Jets.
No, they only won by.
Philly didn't cover.
Yeah, okay, it was Philly. That's what it was.
Philly only won by like 5.
It was Philly. I knew it was one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Philly didn't cover, and Miami did cover on Sunday Night Football. All right. So minus 200. So 7, 8. So I made $600.
So you're at $1,600.
Yep. And yep. And then you had Tennessee. They
did not cover.
They did not cover. KC covered.
Yep. Baltimore covered.
Penn
State covered.
So you lost 200 as well. So we're both at $1,600.
We're both at $1,600.
Perfect. All right.
That's good.
Cool.
We got a new formula for this week, fans.
All right, so let me share my screen, and I'll make this fancier next week. Where it's one day at a time, man. One episode at a time. All right, so here it comes. Can everybody see my pick sheet on the screen?
Now we can.
All right, so this week I'm 3-1. This week you're 3-1. Or last week, right? And we each have $1,600.
Yeah, we'll just keep the overall record going. So whatever we are next week, we'll just add it to that.
Add to it, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so this week's slate of games that we've got to pick from, of course, Wisconsin travels to Purdue. You're almost in your backyard, the Purdue Boilermakers, and Wisconsin is favored by 7. So Purdue's getting 7 at home. Ohio State Buckeyes are traveling to South Bend. Touchdown, Jesus. I think that's going to be a pretty good game, but Notre Dame's getting 3 at home. Oklahoma Sooners traveling to Cincinnati. Cincinnati's getting 13. And this, I think, is another good game. The FSU Seminoles traveling up to Clemson, South Carolina to take on the Tigers. Then, of course, the Auburn Tigers are going to Texas A&M in Aggie land. And I had to have Memphis and Mizzou because Memphis is traveling to Missouri, but that dude kicked a 61-yard field goal last week to win the darn thing.
I saw that, and Mizzou's closer to me than Purdue. Mizzou's an hour and a half away.
I know. That's why. That's another reason I picked him. But I had to give him some props because he kicked a 61-yard field goal.
Yeah, I don't believe in Mizzou. There's no way I'm touching that one. Absolutely not.
And then on the pro slate, of course, just remember, we're not picking every game. I just pick some of the ones that I think may be more interesting and then throw them on the board, and we go from there. The Buffalo Bills are traveling to your favorite football team.
The Redskins.
The Redskins.
It's coming back, I'm telling you.
Yeah, the Colts are traveling to Baltimore. The Ravens are -8. New Orleans goes to Green Bay, Packerland, Wisconsin. And the Pats are playing the Jets, and Dallas is traveling to Arizona to play the Arizona Cardinals. And I think the Giants play San Fran I think it may be Sunday night. But I don't know. I'm not sure when it is. But the Giants are traveling to San Fran to play the 49ers.
All right. The college games are tough, man.
Hey, I can't.
Um,
We ain't doing patsies, man. That's why I try to.
I know. So FSU's favored to win by 2, correct?
Correct.
Man, do you have any idea which ones you're picking? I'm gonna. I think I'm definitely gonna take um, New Orleans and Green Bay.
Okay. Who you taking?
I think Green Bay will win that one.
I'm actually taking Green Bay as well.
Hmm. All right, I'm not touching Mizzou or Memphis. Mizzou is just so unknown. Yeah, they're 2 or 3. What, 3-0, 2-0,
They're 2 and
2-0.
0. I think
Yeah.
they're 2 and 0. They may be 3 and 0, but I think they're undefeated.
All right,
I
so
think Memphis. I think Memphis is undefeated. I'd have to check.
all right, I will. I'm gonna have to pick at least one college one. Man.
So we got to at least pick 4 games.
Yeah, we got to pick at least 4. You can pick as many as you want. You got to spread all
Yep,
your money around.
correct.
All right. Do you have one that you definitely want to pick? I'll put that in now.
Yes, I definitely want to pick. I'm gonna take the Clemson Tigers plus the 2 against FSU. I don't know. I'm just not. I got a funny feeling about that game. Maybe wrong, but we'll see.
So you're saying Florida State will not win that game by more than
I'm
2
saying
points?
Clemson's going to win that game at home, or even if Florida State wins, as long as they win by a point.
See, I was going to take that one and go the other way. We'll see.
Okay, we'll do it. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
All right. And to believe it or not, I'm actually going to take Memphis plus the 7.5 against Mizzou.
I think that's going to be a close game. You know what? That's a pretty good bet, actually. Plus 7.5. So they're going to. So Mizzou's favored to win that game.
Correct.
You're thinking that Mizzou will win by less than 7.5 points,
I'm
or
actually thinking Memphis may win.
They probably will. Mizzou sucks. I think I'm going to take Wisconsin.
I want to so bad, but they're traveling to Purdue. I love Wisconsin.
They burned you once already, man.
They burnt. Well, that don't matter. They have burnt me once.
So the Bills are favored to win that game by 6.5.
Yes.
I know it's my team, but they, I don't believe in them yet. Did I say 6.5? I can't see. All right, you got another one?
So we got to pick 4. So I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go with Green Bay minus the 2 at home against New Orleans.
So you're saying Green Bay's going to win?
Yep.
I'm going to take the Pats.
That's actually a good bet. That's a real good bet.
Did you see what Shannon Sharp said about Zach Martin?
Shannon Sharp said about who?
Zach Martin. With Stephen A. Smith and those guys that were just going back and forth. He goes, look, Jets don't stand a chance. Zach Martin couldn't play dead in a horror movie, man. That guy is awful. And they just lost. I mean, they went off on him. It was pretty amazing. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Give me Oklahoma minus the 13 against Cincy.
It's a big spread.
Yeah, it is.
I screwed that up because now I have to put pricing in as soon as I pick my 4th one. So the Colts are favored. No, the Ravens are favored to win by 8.
The Ravens are favored to win by 8.
Didn't the Colts just lose their quarterback? Didn't he go on the injury list?
I don't know, but and I told you the Ravens are my sleeper team this year, but they've just had 2 divisional games and won both of them and look damn good. I'm just worried about a letdown, even though they're playing at home.
I'll take it for you.
Okay. I'm probably gonna kick myself in the butt, but I do like the Ravens. I think they're a sleeper team to make the Super Bowl.
All right. I'll fix this later, but I'm going to fix this. Hold on. There we go. No, so when I put in dollar amounts, it'll fix it. Okay. This is just for now until I get a chance to screw with it later. All right.
That's fine.
All right. So, what is it?
So
I feel confident about this Pats game. I got
yeah, I would too.
$1,600.
That's actually a good bet. Oh, damn! You went out on a limb.
I still have 700 more to spend.
No, we got $1,600, so you got 900 more.
You're right. Damn, I can't do it. It does say 900 right there at the bottom. That's why I did that. See how much money I have left.
Oh wow. Oh shit, we got $1,600. Oh, I forgot about that. We wasn't doing 1,000. I was thinking about my little $200.
I'm gonna take
Okay.
Notre Dame. I'm gonna pick a fifth one. They're saying OSU is gonna beat Notre Dame.
That's a tough pick. I think Notre Dame's got a shot. They're playing in South Bend.
I'm putting 100 there just to take $100 off the chomper.
You know what? Let's see. Give me 300 on Clemson plus the 2.
Okay.
Give me 700 on Memphis plus the 7.5.
Oof. I'm telling you, man, that's yeah. You're right. That's going to be a close game. I don't know who's going to win, but I don't think it's going to be like 21-19.
I actually think Memphis is going to win the game. That's when
They probably will.
And I mean, you know, again, that's why they call it gambling. But if Memphis wins the game, they're getting points.
Right. I'm putting 300 on the Bills to beat my team.
I like the Bills, so I got 600 more to go. How many more games I got?
2.
2. Give me 400 on Green Bay, and give me the rest on Oklahoma, which should be 200.
200, yeah. I can't make a pretty spreadsheet, but I can make it total shit.
Hell yeah.
300 FSU to win, and 200 on your Ravens. All right, man.
All right.
All right, there it is.
All right, so let's go just for shits and giggles before we move on.
Uh-huh.
The games that we don't have picked. So Wisconsin, Purdue, who would you take?
Oh. I'll highlight the ones that I'll take, like over here. Of the ones that we didn't,
Yeah.
I would take Wisconsin.
Me too. I'd take Wisconsin as well.
Okay. You did not take OSU Notre Dame.
I would take Notre Dame.
I'll just type in the letters.
Okay.
And then we'll know. So, okay, I would take Oklahoma all day long there.
All right. I would have to take Texas A&M minus the points against Auburn.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just gonna do Tam.
Yeah.
Right.
Who would you take in your Mizzou game?
I would take Memphis in the points because I think it's going to be close.
Yep.
Okay. Damn it. I can't. My eyes aren't working. I can't see the right colors. All right, Bills, Commanders.
I would take the Bills minus the points.
I just started typing that because I knew you were going to do that. What about Colts and Ravens?
I'd take the Ravens.
Okay. I think New Orleans is going to win this game.
You think New Orleans is going to beat Green Bay at home?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would take the Pats.
Okay. Dallas, San Francisco.
I would take San Fran, but I would actually take Arizona plus the 13
because of the points. Yeah.
Because of the points, and Dallas is coming off 2 big wins, and they're traveling to Arizona, so it's just because of the points. But I think Dallas should win the game. But 13 points is a lot of points to give up.
It is. It'll be like 5 at game time.
Yeah. No. I don't know. If it goes anywhere, it may go to 10, but I ain't going to 5. If it goes to 5, Dallas blows them out.
All right. I think we're good. Yep. Okay. And we can have our ifs and ands next week. Oh, if I
Exactly.
only would have taken
Oh, damn it. We
blah blah
should have took.
blah.
I knew I should have took them.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
I'm just throwing them. Oh, damn it. I meant to put one on there just for the Dion factor. I do got Colorado plus 17 against Oregon.
plus
We got to put it on
17.
there. Yeah, Colorado's getting 17 in Eugene. They're playing in Oregon.
So they say that they're going to beat them by 17.
Yeah.
No way. Absolutely not. I'll take Oregon in the points.
You mean you'll take Colorado in the point? No,
No,
Oregon's favored.
Oregon's favored
Colorado's
to win.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Oregon's favored by 17.
I think this is the game where the Dion show dies.
Me too. I think Oregon blows them out.
Yeah.
In Eugene. Plus, Travis Hunter's probably not going to be playing because he got hurt.
So here's something funny. Here's something funny. I thought Dion's son was playing on both sides of the ball.
No,
I didn't know he had two kids there.
he's got two.
I didn't know that.
Back in the other one.
And the defense. Yeah. So I took a screenshot of this. So Oregon in week 1 beat Portland State 81-7.
Yeah.
And then the second week in a row, or the second week, Portland State beat North American 91-0. It says the Portland State Vikings really paid it forward. That was pretty good. I like that one. But all right, so we got our picks are in.
Yeah.
We'll see how we did,
happens.
man. Yep.
Did you see the game last night?
No, I didn't. The Miami game?
No. The Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No.
So you didn't see the Nick Chubb injury?
I didn't see the injury, no.
Yeah, you should.
Was it another Joe Theismann?
If you can find a clip,
no,
just be prepared.
No, I can't. I can't even watch the Aaron Rodgers one. All you see is his calf pop. Like that's
you see his calf shaking, but
yeah.
So, and I feel sorry for Chubb because he's a good guy and he was one hell of a running back. And I'm kind of for everything the NFL does. We always talk about they play little patsies with the quarterback. Nowadays, if you get touched, just a flag. Back in the day, you could get Mean Joe Green used to pick you up and slam your ass on the ground and it wasn't a flag. But the running backs made the NFL. Walter Payton, O.J. Simpson, even though you don't like what he did, but all the Barry Sanders, all those dudes, man, Earl Campbell, all them guys. And they don't even take care of running backs. I'm not sure Chubb's ever going to play again. That was a horrific injury. And if he does come back, because he had an injury, I don't know, it wasn't quite the same, but he had an injury at Georgia and he rehabbed and came back. But he's a little older now, so this is going to be a tough road for him to come back from, and I hate it. You
don't want to see people get injured. I mean, you can hate them all day long, but I would never wish harm to my enemies.
No, I'm not rooting for anybody to get hurt.
No, of course not. But maybe my ex. That's about it.
Yeah. Well, he's anyway, but he's going one way and his knee and leg went the other.
Nope. So, can't do it. Like when my daughter broke her wrist and it was in shambles, like I couldn't even look at it. That was the day I got kicked out of an x-ray room too.
Really? Why was you throwing up or being ugly?
I was being ugly to nurse because my daughter, my baby, she's like 8th grade. She was roller skating and she fell backwards and landed on her right arm or left arm and snapped it like right in here.
Right.
She's bloody, screaming murder. I can't do anything about it. Right. To get to the hospital, I met them there because I was at work. And, that she comes in, she's just in tears. They got it braced as much as they can. So get in the room. She's still crying, like take her for an x-ray immediately. So they take her in the x-ray room and the nurse grabs the broken arm and grabs her where it's broken and sets it on the x-ray thing. My daughter yelled out a scream I have never heard in my entire life. And I took the nurse and pushed her up against the wall.
Damn, boy.
She's like,
you didn't get kicked out of the hospital.
She's like, "Sir, you're going to have to leave the room." I was like, I understand. I'm sorry. It was just an instinct. Like I didn't even think about it. Like you hurt my kid. I'm going to fuck you up.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
But, yeah. It's, but did you see, what's funny to me? Did you see the, senator from Colorado? What's her name? Lorraine Bobart.
Lorraine Bobbitt. What?
No, not Lorraine Bobbitt. Her name is, Bobart. Lauren Bobart. She's a dark cat. She's kind of cute. She really is. She's she's a Republican representative. She's in the House. She's in Congress, House of Representatives from Colorado. Well, her and her date, she had a date, and they went to a musical in, I think it was in Denver, and I think it was Beetlejuice. But she's under. I mean, they got all these video cameras, and she's just out on a date. You know what I'm saying? She's just out for a night on the town. She's vaping a vape, whatever, having a good time. She's singing. Of course, she might not have supposed to have been singing during the musical, but she's singing, and you can see on the camera her date's kind of. They're joking, playing around, but he's kind of like playing with her breast, grabbing her breasts, and everything. And so the media makes a whole goddamn big deal out of this, And my point of the whole matter is, here this woman is, right, wrong, whether you agree with what she did. She's under video surveillance, but yet we ain't got no fucking video of Epstein hanging himself in a cell. All the goddamn video cameras everywhere. I ain't got Epstein's video. I ain't got Jazine Maxwell's little book of all the people she was taking little girls and boys to. It just blows my mind the shit that they want to put out there that they don't put out for other people.
I know, and you know how many people are doing that on a daily basis, just going out and having a good time and like playing grab ass and just being people, being humans.
That's all she was doing was being.
I know, that's ridiculous, man. That's crazy.
And then I did see where your high school, what is it, Kansas City, Missouri, or Kansas? I think it was Missouri.
Not my high school, Kansas City. Yeah, there's a Kansas City, Missouri, and a Kansas City, Kansas. But yeah, go ahead.
I know that, but I think what is it, Oakmont? Hold on, I'll tell you. Oak Park High School in Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay, never heard of it.
You
Go
know
ahead.
that?
No, that's 4.5 hours for me.
You live in St. Louis, right?
Yes, on the other side of the state.
Well, they named, for the second year in a row, they named a transgender homecoming queen. So I guess Missouri's got the right moniker for the show me state. Show me your penis or show me your other lady parts. So,
show me your dick.
And you can win. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
So,
there's no riots. There's nobody shooting each other in that high school. So obviously they're promoting it the proper way. And they had to be voted. They had to be voted in.
Well, no, they had to be all right. But I just don't get kids nowadays.
I don't get it either. But look, at the end of the day, like we always say, if you go be who you want to be.
Right? Agreed. But if that's the case, let's have a homecoming king and queen and a transgender homecoming queen, But
they could have just not voted for that person, is my point. They obviously accepted that person was in there and they voted for them. So fine, whatever. But you're right. 20 years ago, there's still transgender people out there. But they're not being voted homecoming queen. It's a guy and a girl, because that's, just like, let's go back 50 years, right? The woman doesn't work. She stays at home. She takes care of the house, cleans the kids, blah, blah, blah. Dad goes to work, comes home with a suitcase, takes off his hat, he sits down with dinner with his family, and they go to bed, right? Nowadays, that stereotype went away, right?
Yeah, but I don't think it was as much as a stereotype, too, as it also is the economy. You can't survive.
Oh, hell no. Unless your husband is Steve Jobs or Mark Cuban,
85% of this country can survive on one income.
No, I'm not rich, but I'm making it. I have one income.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right though. You're right. It was a necessity, I think, more than an acceptance.
Yeah.
More female CEOs, more female C-suite people. I mean, it just wasn't done the right way. That's the issue. With all the freaking protesting and rioting and shooting and everything else to get someone's point across, instead just, let it naturally happen. Let people get accepted in their own way, like that high school.
Well, yeah, and see, there was a high school in Pennsylvania. I just saw it was last week. The school board had voted to not segregate bathrooms, to allow whatever you identify as to use whatever bathroom you wanted to in a high school. 500 students got up in protest and walked the hell out of the house high school.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the bathrooms being the same.
Oh, me either.
No.
I mean, because do you want your daughter? So if I identified as a female, you want me going in the bathroom with your daughters?
No, that's why I don't agree.
Exactly.
Just have a separate bathroom for anybody. If you identify as a female and you're biologically a male, you have this bathroom. If you identify as a male and you're biologically a female, you go into this one. And then here's the bathrooms for everybody else, right? No, you're right, because that as a parent, that makes me want to vomit. Yeah. Some guy going in there swinging his dick around in the girl's bathroom because I identify as a girl.
Well, then I don't know. Did you see the video footage of the Las Vegas teenagers? They stole a car, and they're posting this on social media. They stole a car, riding around, doing whatever, and you can hear them laughing. There's a retired police officer out. I mean, he's retired. He's out riding his bike for exercise. They ran his ass over and killed him. They didn't know he was a cop. They just saw the dude riding on the bike and said, "Hey, let's hit him." Ran him over.
Just for fun, because they were out
Just,
joyriding in his
just
car.
for shits and giggles.
Were they drunk or high or anything?
They may have been high, but it didn't say. I mean, I would venture to bet they may have been high, but still, even if they weren't, kids don't care anymore. There's no repercussions for shit.
No, they'll go get counseling and get.
What did you say?
They'll go get counseling.
Oh yeah, well,
because that's how you fix a murderer.
Let them go do whatever.
It's crazy. There's just, and I think that's a lot of the reason why all that stuff is happening. There are no repercussions.
Well, exactly.
What's the repercussion for the last kid that shot up a school? None, because he shot himself. All right. Go ahead.
Where was the other one? You saw we just wouldn't have done this crap as a kid.
No.
Some thugs robbed a store somewhere, and there's one female cashier working in the store late at night, which is dumb as a box of rocks, meaning you shouldn't do that. About 3 guys come in to daggum rob the place, and they basically beat the hell out of her and robbed the cash register, all for $120.
Jeez.
I mean, she lived. They didn't kill her, but still, you see these kids jumping on her and beating on her and kicking on her. And she falls to the ground. She was probably 55, give or take. I mean, she's a middle-aged woman, but
amazing what people do for like drug money.
If we'd have hit a female growing up, we'd have got the hell beat out of us at home.
Oh yeah, we'd have to go get our own switch out the yard too to get beat up with.
Oh my god.
Yeah, or the belt. Go get my belt. Go get my belt out of my. Oh crap. Yeah, coddled, man. Kids are coddled, and that's the result.
Yeah. So we're hiring a bunch of seasonal people at work for the big seasonal stuff we got coming up now for the end of Christmas. And this guy, I called him and asked him, he applied. So I'm going through all the applicants and everything. And I called him and look, I just need bodies. At this point, it's a body thing. But when I called him, he was like, I talked to him over the phone and he was like, yeah, hey, yeah, what? Yeah. He didn't know, he didn't answer correctly. And I'm thinking when I hung up, man, I said, this ain't going to work. But anyway, so he texted me. He was supposed to ride up a couple of days later for a little interview or whatever. Let's meet. He texted me, he said, hey, my car won't start. He said, you think I can reschedule that interview and come at a later date? And I was like, sure, I'll check my schedule and get back to you. I'll let you know. I ain't calling this on back.
Because the very first day you have to come to work, your car's not going to work.
Yeah. So kids, I don't know. Did I tell you the conversation with my stepson? No. I love him to death. A great kid. All our kids are great. They really are. But they just a little naive. But he was like, he's about to graduate college in December, and he's got he's getting a degree, and I won't say what field it is, but you look online and you know how the Google searches are. Hey, your estimated pay range is from X to Y. Which is a crock of shit. But
yeah, until you're into the job 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, he's got it in his head. He's going to be making, he's going to be getting out of college making $100,000 a year, and I'm like, dude, you ain't getting $100,000 a year, but
I'm telling you, there's like the place that I left. They were bringing people in at 120,000 a year right out of college.
Well,
he very well could.
Well, he could, but my whole point of the story was, he was like, man, I did the math on that, and it's like $9,000 a month. And, he said, I'm going to buy me he's telling me this truck he's going to buy him and all this. I said, whoa. I said, you're getting like $9,000 a month. I said, did you take out 30%? He said, well, what's that? I said, take 30% because the government's coming, bro. It don't matter. They're going to get it all. I said, then you got your health insurance. And I said, you gonna get it. You said you was moving out and getting a place to rent, right? He said, yeah. I said, that's gonna be $1,200 to $1,500 a month. You take that? I mean, we started knocking all this stuff off, and he was like, man, how you supposed to make it? I said, welcome to reality, man. And his mother's
Yeah,
sitting in the front seat with me, and she's laughing, going, what do you think? That's life, son. It's about to
it
get real
is.
for you.
Yeah, I mean, we used to always say, "I'm going to be a six-figure earner," right?
Uh,
Don't get shit anymore.
no. I mean,
Mm-mm.
so I ain't making it now, but the last 7 to 10 years I worked, I was making over six figures,
Mm-hmm.
and my wife's making over six figures now. And it ain't what it was 15 years ago.
Mm-mm, absolutely not. I'm making over six figures, and I'm
Yeah.
there's times where I'm like, oh shit, I gotta wait to pay that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm
Yeah.
about because I got three girls who I'm still trying to support as much as I can, but yeah, when that's the same thing happened to my oldest when she first couple of paychecks, she's like, Dad, I did the math. I worked 11 hours at $15 an hour. This isn't what that is. I'm like, oh, what do the other lines say? Who the fuck is FICA?
Yeah.
Like, it's
Who's FICA and Social Security
yeah,
and all the other
those
shit?
sons of bitches. Yeah. But it's the truth, man. It is. It's crazy. The cost of living now, and gas is going to go up again.
Oh yeah, that's Bidenomics. We stopped all the dealing with fossil fuel. Just like we said before, a few years ago, we were energy independent. Gas was almost $2 a gallon. Now it's damn hell. I'm paying between $4 and $5 for diesel,
Yeah,
gallon of
why do
diesel.
how that's funny because I was just wondering to myself the other day, like anybody still own a diesel vehicle?
I own
Like,
a diesel.
do they still
I
sell them?
definitely own. Huh?
Do they still sell them?
Oh yeah.
Do they?
They haven't gone total electric yet. And if they go
Hmm.
total electric with it, I mean, all this crap, it ain't going to work. The power grid won't support it. You see the CEO for Ford or whoever it was that took a trip in his
Mm,
electric car.
and the F-150
Yeah.
Lightning or whatever it was.
Yep. And they didn't have no charging stations, and he had to stop every so often to charge. He would say, "This is a crock of shit." Like you didn't. I mean, like hell, I could have told you that before you ever got in the damn truck.
And that's what like. I just bought my vehicle. We're coming up on just went over a year. A year ago, I bought a Volkswagen Atlas, and I was looking at the Ford Mustang Mach E. But I'm like, even the top of the line one is $70,000, but the range is only 324 miles.
Right.
So I was like, one of my daughter's tournaments is 350. So you mean to tell me like halfway there I got to stop and fuel up and charge up this damn thing, but I can't even make a 300-mile trip? One, fuck.
So what you doing? What you gonna do if you're in Florida and you got an electric vehicle and Hurricane Katrina's bearing down your neck and you got to evacuate and you stuck in a traffic jam and there ain't no charging station and you got 10 minutes before your battery runs dry?
Walk and insurance. That's my
I mean,
answer.
shit. But I mean, it's fucked.
No, you're
I
right.
see what
You're
I mean.
absolutely right.
We're trillions of dollars in debt as a country. The Biden administration just gave $5 million to fund a trauma informed care program for journalists that are experiencing harassment. So basically, their feelings are getting hurt because they're not doing their job and people are getting on them. So this university's put in for a grant, and our government gave them $5 million to come up with a program. So you know,
Didn't we just release
Tinkerbell don't
six
get her feelings
billion
hurt.
dollars in frozen whatever oil? I
Oh, that we
forget.
gave back to Iran for the
Yeah,
damn.
for the
Yeah,
people, for the yeah.
yeah. It's
And I saw something on the news this morning, and I agree with the guy. He goes, "You so we just unfroze this $6 billion in exchange for our four people or five people, whatever it was. The only message that's sending across the world is, if you want money from the U.S., kidnap some of their people.
no shit.
So you're gonna have all these people just up and vanishing from these governments in these poor
Well,
countries.
okay, but let's think about this for a minute. We're sending goddamn money to the
Everywhere
Ukraine
but
for
our own ecosystem.
exactly. But where are all the other countries sending money? Saudi Arabia got more money than every damn body. Why ain't you sending money to us to help us fight our homeless people?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a crock of shit. Speaking of missing, where was it? Hold on. You said that missing. There is a mother and a daughter that just freaking up and went MIA. They ain't been heard from in about a week, and they don't expect foul play from the husband or anything. So, where's this?
Yeah, quick, I pushed that mute button. I just
Yeah,
sneezed.
come on.
Whew. I've been holding that one. I couldn't hold it. It was coming.
So did you watch any of Coach Prime last week?
I watched a little bit of the pregame show with The Rock and all that stuff, but not a whole lot.
Yeah, I think he. I think they're gonna get a dose of reality this week and next week. They play
And if they
Southern.
don't,
Hey,
if they beat Oregon, they go on the table as a real team.
oh, you 100% correct. If they beat Oregon in Eugene, then you're right. They go on the table.
But I agree with a lot of these people that it's just so good for football.
Oh, I
It's
do too. I got
it's
and I
fun.
saw a comment the other day. I don't necessarily subscribe to this theory, but it's to me it's the only thing that makes sense. Could you follow Nick Saban in Alabama? Who wants to follow when Nick Saban retires or quits coaching? Who wants that job? Not me. I don't want to. I'll follow the person that follows him, but I'm not following him
Urban
because
Meyer.
yeah, what? No, they ain't gonna hire Urban Meyer. Somebody actually made the comment said the only person that could follow Nick Saban would be Dion. Dion's got the personality and the.
Of course.
Not that Alabama would want that chaos at Alabama or in Tuscaloosa, but that's and it actually makes sense. He's the only person I think from a personality standpoint, and it wouldn't matter. He could actually follow Saban. Hell, somebody said he.
You know who'd be a good person to replace him?
Who?
Sean McVay over in LA.
Yeah,
Young guy, full of
but
energy.
somebody said, yeah, Dion can replace him. They're already doing Aflac commercials.
I like it, man. I love the story. I hope they beat Oregon. I want to see them go, but they've already won more games than they did all year last year.
Oh, exactly. They're bringing. Okay, I know this ain't a kid show, so I can say this. Colorado Boulder is a predominantly white college. It's predominantly white people that have been there. And I was
Mm-hmm.
watching that pregame and everything the other night. I was laughing because you got all the celebrities, the black celebrities on the sidelines. Nothing. I ain't playing race, but I was thinking, because I saw they actually shot a picture of the rappers and a few of them and the Rock and all of them, like us talking right here. Well, in the background, like behind them, were a couple of the cheerleaders and the dancing squad, and they're all looking like this. And I'm thinking, you ain't never seen nothing like that, have you?
They're
Back
gonna populate the shit out of that
yeah,
city, boy.
yeah.
Well, it was when The Rock came out, and then they were talking, and The Rock was talking about Dion and what a great coach he is, what a great person, player, teammate, and everything else. And then Dion looks in the camera and goes, "You hear that, recruits? You hear that,
Yeah,
recruits? Dwayne The Rock
exactly.
Johnson he's he says I'm the man. Come on in, bring it. I mean, that program's just going to get better and better and better. They're going to
Yep.
want to come play for Dion Sanders,
Oh, you're right.
just like they did this year. 70% of the
Well,
team,
he got a lot of those at the portal. He ain't gonna be able to do that every year, but
they're
he
going to
got them
enter.
enough.
They're going to
Huh?
start entering. You're going to
Yeah,
see
but
all
he
these
can't.
kids entering the portal to come over to Colorado, and he's going to be the new Nick Saban. That's what's going to happen.
He's gonna have to go to a different school to do that. I don't think he can win a national title at Colorado. I don't think he's gonna get enough of the players because Kirby Smarts and your Lincoln Rileys. He's gonna have to get to a big time program. He's putting Colorado on the map.
Colorado used to be a big time program,
And what they
long, long
won one
time ago.
national title back in the '90s when they had
But it was a
four.
good. They were perennial or annually good teams, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. Anyway, Penn State's winning the national championship this
yeah,
year.
you did
Anyway.
pick. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. If Penn State wins the national title this year, I'm gonna drive out there and kick you in your ass for not driving an hour and putting a damn $100 on it.
Because the odds are probably astronomical.
Oh, they were at the beginning of the year. They were
Yeah.
probably. I mean, I think they were. I mean, Penn State would have been ranked in the top 10, so it wasn't crazy.
Yeah, but
It
they
wasn't
barely
like
beat Illinois, so they're. I mean,
yeah, but
they're
y'all
still
got
at
to
7.
understand that's a Big Ten game. They've had see people get caught up in this. Oh, they only barely beat them. No,
It's
there's
a
ebbs and
rivalry
flow to
game.
all this.
Yeah, it's a
Huh?
rivalry game. So, like, oh gosh, yeah. So our rivalry game, the volleyball game, was last week, and we lost, but it was a good game. It was tight. It was close. But this last night we played this team in Afton, Missouri, and I don't like to badmouth any team, but they need to. I swear they just picked a teacher out of a hat and said, "Go coach this team." The JV team beat them in 2 sets, 25-2 and 25-4.
Dang.
Our our varsity team won. I think it was 25-10 or 8, and then 25 to 16, and then 25 to like 6. I mean, there was we'd serve the ball and it would hit it, bing, 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 like playing ping pong. It's like they couldn't return the ball. I felt so bad, and you feel bad for those kids because they just want to be good, they want to play well, they want to be competitive, but the coach is just sitting on the bench on their fucking phones, not paying attention. Like they're just getting paid to show up and get their stipend for being the coach of the volleyball team.
Oh yeah, you get your extra $900.
$900, shit! I'll go be a coach for volleyball team.
Well,
Sign me up.
I don't know what it is now, but I know back when we were in school, if you was like the head coach or the baseball coach or whatever, you got an additional, $1,200-$1,300 a year.
Unless you're a football coach in Texas.
Well, now if you're a college coach, I said, well, our high school coach in Texas,
I mean, a high school football coach in Texas. There's $1 million earners out there.
Oh, trust me, I know. There's a couple of them here in the state of Georgia that came. Yeah, I know.
Highest paid.
Because football in Texas and football in Georgia and Alabama, high school football they're about the same. It's pretty big.
High school football coach salary. Top 5 highest paid high school football coaches.
4 out of 5 of them are in Texas.
The top 5 are in Texas.
Really? I was going to say 4 out of 5. I thought one may be somebody else, but I'm not going to mention any names.
Head coach at Lake Travis since 2010. He's led the program to its most successful stretch in school history with 3 state championships, 1 in 11 years. Heisman Trophy winner and Browns quarterback Baker Mayfield also played under him, making $150,000 a year. Come on.
Hey.
Oh no! Sorry,
not a bad gig.
No, $150,000 a year to be a coach of a football team. A high school football team?
High school football team?
The top 86% make $203,000. The lowest is $10,000 in the U.S.
We started this podcast talking about all the conspiracy theories and shit, and I still know they're going on. But I mean, I think this country's cooked anyway. You saw where New York City, they're telling their citizens that, hey, response times for police and fire departments and all that, just be prepared. They're going to take longer than normal because we have budget cuts due to the migrant. We got to offset the cost for the migrant services that we're having to offer all them that are coming across the border.
Isn't that crazy?
So I called 911 in New York because, damn, you can't have a gun. They're outlawed. So, you better not have a gun in the
You have to call 911 before you get stabbed just to make sure they're there in time.
Exactly. Hell, no, I would call them and say, hey, I'm going to dinner in 2 hours. Can you mind being at, these 2 crossroads?
Hey, yeah, can you post somebody outside the McDonald's of 53rd Street and 3rd Avenue? I have a bad feeling about this today. Crazy, man. It's crazy. All right, well, I have to go fix a furnace.
You have to go what?
Fix a furnace.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if it's your furnace because you ain't been running the heat. It may be that pan.
Well, that's the same thing. It's the same thing. The thing that blows the air, the furnace. That's what it's called, right? The HVAC system. The HVAC system. The big thing is, but it's also the same thing that blows hot air in the.
You're correct. You are 100% correct.
Right. The AC thing's right outside that window.
So, yes, there should be a panel you'll be able to take off and look in that pan.
I took the panel off and went, no, I don't see any water.
Oh, so there wasn't
no. I didn't. Water? I didn't look for the pan. I just opened up the panel and didn't see anything, and then I ran in here to do this. So I'll go dive.
You were looking where all the coals were and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So there should be a pan in the bottom of that. See if it's holding water.
I will do that.
And if it ain't holding water, then you may have a leak. You may have a hole in your line somewhere because it's draining out on your floor.
Perfect. Great. I'm just going to pay somebody to come fix it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll just put some towels around it, change them out every day. It'll be fine.
All right, brother. I've never done that. I know.
All right.
I know so much because I had to do it.
We got our picks up. We're good for this week. Let's see how we do. We got some controversial ones. We got different ones. So, yeah, man, I'm excited. I'll clean up that spreadsheet, make it look pretty by next week.
Oh, it's cool. No worries. We're a high-tech operation, brother.
That's right. That's right. That's right. If you could see around this room, you see just how high-tech it is. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 water bottles sitting here because they keep bringing a new one down every week and never take it up with me.
I understand. I'm going to have to start drinking bourbon while we're doing this.
Yeah, why not? It's the end of your day. I still got some shit to do, but all right. Well, hey, great seeing you as always. Have a fantastic week, and we'll see how we do. All right, man. Later.